Everybody. Hey, I'm Jann Scott with another Jann Scott Live. It looks like Boulder Weekly has bitten the dust. Um, there's an article in today's Daily Camera stating that the paper has stopped publishing. Last time it published was July 3rd, and nothing new is out now. And then the recent editor, of course, the Boulder Weekly has been going for quite a long time. Recent editor, this is her right here, a lady named Shay Castle. She was the editor for a couple of years. She got fired a week ago or so by this guy. This is Stuart Sallo. Can you see that? Okay, yeah. And Stuart started Boulder Weekly, what, 31 years ago? I had run the Boulder Times and it had closed. Stuart moved to Boulder and he started doing research on how to start a weekly newspaper. And he actually ran a successful weekly newspaper for 30 something years. This one right here called Boulder Weekly. And he was trying to figure out how to keep the thing going, how to continue to make it money. They had Boulder Weekly was really resurrected by the marijuana industry because they started advertising like crazy in there. But then it started to drop off. I, of course, started Boulder Channel 1, which is a TV newspaper, but it's all online, always has been. It's still up and running, but been going since 2006, and our costs are so low, it's perfectly easy to run it. Boulder Weekly, it's newsprint. There's are some stories out there saying that he had to find a new printer. Shay Castle, this lady reported on her LinkedIn that well, she didn't report it, but some of the people said they hadn't been paid. Nibbles, John Lendorf, who actually worked for me. I gave him his first job at the Boulder Times back in 1979. What? Yep. And along with some other people too. He said he didn't get his last paycheck, but so what's going on? So Stuart had the building there in Table Mesa. He sold that. Apparently, he lives in Florida. I think he's retired down there. And so, what's he going to do with Boulder Weekly? That's a good question. Will it just stay the way that it is? He never called me or talked to me. I would have made a deal with him to buy it, but whatever. It's going to have to become a digital publication. So Shay Castle, this lady, she goes up on LinkedIn and just cries up a storm and bashes Stuart. I think one of the things that got her fired was Stuart wanted her to run some stories on advertisers, which is kind of standard. We always did that at Boulder Channel 1. In fact, we had whole sections for advertisers and their stories. Of course, you're going to do that. I mean, separate from news stories, why the heck not? But when you're running a publication, like Boulder Weekly, that's pulp, you have to cut down trees for it, you have to have it distributed, you have to have an office, you have to have a staff. It just gets to be too much. With something like Boulder Channel 1, not so much. We have a couple people that still work for us. They're on contract and we've got it down. I mean, we've been running it since 2006. I post up daily stories every single day. We're on Twitter, Facebook, all of that. But Boulder Weekly and Stuart did not make the switch to digital. With Stuart, hey, call me. I probably can help you in some ways, or I'll give you a bunch of free advice, and you know what that's worth. It's worth zero free. But Boulder Weekly ran for years. And in fact, they did stories on me. Were we on the cover? I think once or twice. We also did stories on public access on my television show. And I've known Stuart, and we've been friendly competitors. And it's quite an ordeal to come to Boulder and successfully run a weekly newspaper. Those people that are bashing Stuart have no idea how hard it is. Usually it's the progressives, the socialists, the I need a job kind of people. Stuart put it all on the line. and did a really good job for 31 years. But the big question is, will Boulder Weekly continue or will it stop? Is this the end of Boulder Weekly? That's a good question. Anyways, I'm Jann Scott. That's today's story, and I'm out.